been quiet for a little while, but there are people here that are affected and want this thing moved. Yeah. So we just want that to be seen.
And it's funny to me because like you mentioned before, like I just did a video recently about how like statues and monuments and things like that, like they really kind of only give you, they really only have the power that you give, right? You know what I mean? We talked about so that. Like, you know, but it's interesting to me that like these things affect so many people negatively.
Yeah.
But the other people on the other side of that are just like, yeah, but it's, you know what I mean? And it's like, if this thing's affecting that many people in a negative manner, like, and maybe it's time to just do something about it. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, I'm not for or against, you know, the whole thing about, oh, well, it's history. Like, that's a BS answer to me. That doesn't make any sense at all. But, you know, if it's affecting that many people of whatever race, creed, nationality, religion, whatever, whoever it is, maybe it's time to just at least have the discussion about doing something about it, right? Not just be defensive, you know what I mean? Like, So,
and absolutely, you know, I'm a God-fearing man, and when you begin to take something, an inanimate object, and put it over the feelings of people, over God's people, it's then becoming an idol, and that's the problem that we're having. People
that's a good way to put it.
I agree. I've mentioned that before too.
So it's becoming an idol, and the crazy thing is, it does more in making people feel uncomfortable and hurt than it does for those who support it. So it's like, is it really going to hurt y'all if we move it? We're not going to say we're going to destroy it or get out of it, but we want to move it. So that's what we're saying.
Inside.
Move it somewhere. You know, just somewhere where you have to intentionally go to see it. If you look at when it was put up, where it was put up, it wasn't put up. Why wasn't it put up? It wasn't put up right when, right after the Confederate loss or whatever. It was put up in, I believe, 64, whenever the civil rights movement was going on.
We watched something that at the time, I think because I had made a comment about the statues that we did on our show, and somebody came back and said, you know, gave us the time frame of when these statues were all starting to go up.
Yeah, we did.
You're right. They were during those times in opposition to trying to form equality.
You know, you mentioned intention, and like, how many people that are talking about, you know, oh, we can't take these down, we can't do this kind of thing because it's history or whatever. How many of those people have intentionally gone to actually see these monuments? That, you know what I mean? Nobody ever. I didn't even know there was a monument. And I've been to that courthouse plenty of times. Like, I had no idea. But like, you know, but the other side of that is, most people don't even know it's there.
Right.
So like, is it really harming people if people don't even realize it's there?
And that's what I mean? And that is another one of the weapons that people use for defending is, you don't even know it's there. It's not bothering nobody. And now that you bring it up, everybody notice. Well, I feel like when you're presented with new information or new things are brought to your eyes, as humans, we're supposed to react. We're supposed to learn. We're supposed to say, okay, I know this is here. How do I feel about it? How do I see it? So I'm like, so I mean, okay, we
not
did.
how you're told to feel, but how do you feel?
Like, you know, now I know, because I knew about the flag being there, but I didn't know much about the memorial. I never knew what it was. But now that I know, I'm like, okay, like, that's not right. And then, you know, if I'm the only one saying it, I'll be like, all right, I'm done. But
it's me against